There is something growing quietly around you right now, something so common, so ordinary, that most people don't even see it anymore. It pushes through cracks in the ground, it spreads across empty soil, it appears in gardens without permission, and the moment people notice it, they don't admire
aerated
it,
soil,
they don't
oxygen
question
from
it,
air
they
pockets
don't even
reaches the
think.
roots, enabling
Twice
healthy
they destroy
respiration.
it, they pull
Waterlogged
it,
soil
out, throw it, awake, call it a weed. But what if that one small plant, the one you've been removing without a second thought, is actually one of the most powerful natural medicines on earth? This is not a rare herb from deep forests, not something expensive, not something locked behind a label. This grows right outside your home, and today you're going to see it differently because this plant is called purslane. Some places people know it as colfane, others it's just called a stubborn weed. But beneath that simple appearance is something extraordinary. Purslane is one of the richest plant sources of omega-3 fatty acids, something people spend thousands trying to get from supplements, and yet it grows freely in the soil waiting in theirs. The strange irony in this: the modern world searches for health in bottles, in capsules, in complex treatments, while nature quietly provides it for free. Purslane has been used for thousands of years
let's find you a
in
new
ancient
home.
healing systems, from traditional Chinese
go.
medicine
All
to
settled
Middle
in.
Eastern remedies. It was never considered a weed, it was considered survival, because in times when food was scarce, when medicine didn't exist, plants like this kept people alive, and somehow over time we forgot. We started trusting labels more than leaves, packaging more than plants, and the knowledge slowly disappeared. But the plant never did. It kept growing in silence. If you look closely at purslane, you'll notice its thick, fleshy leaves, almost like a succulent. That's not random, that's intelligence. Those leaves store water, nutrients, life inside. Themis, a powerful combination of vitamins A, C, and E, magnesium, potassium, iron, all packed into something people step on. Think about that, a plant full of essential nutrients growing under your feet and being treated like waste. But the real power of purslane goes deeper. It doesn't just feed your body, it heals. Its studies have shown that purslane helps reduce inflammation, and at the root of almost every modern disease, from joint pain to heart problems to chronic fatigue, inflammation slowly damages the body from within, and yet people look for complicated cures when something simple is already there. Purslane also supports heart health because of its omega-3 content. It helps regulate blood pressure, improve circulation, and protect your arteries, all from a plant you were about to throw away. But that's not all. This plant is incredibly powerful for the skin. It helps the body repair itself from the inside, giving you healthier skin, better healing, and a natural glow, not from chemicals, not from products, from nature. There is something deeply humbling about this, the idea that what we need most is often the thing we overlook. Purslane grows in harsh conditions, dry soil, hot climates, places where other plants struggle. It survives, it adapts, and in doing so becomes stronger. Maybe that's why it carries so much power, because it has learned to survive, and now it offers that strength to you. But here is the part most people get wrong: they don't recognize it, they confuse it with other plants, or they use it incorrectly, and that's where knowledge becomes important. Purslane has smooth, reddish stems and small green leaves that feel slightly thick. It spreads low to the ground, almost like it's hugging the earth. That's your sign. If you ever see it, pause, look again, because what you're looking at is not just a weed, it's a hidden resource. Now imagine this: you walk into your garden, you see purslane growing. Instead of pulling it out to pick it, carefully wash it and use it to add it to a salad. You cook it lightly, you blend it into a drink, and just like that you've turned something ignored into something powerful. That is the shift, that is the difference between knowing and not knowing. But there's something even deeper here. This isn't just about one plant, it's about perspective. How many other things in your life have you dismissed with understanding their value? How many opportunities or desires of people have been ignored because they didn't look important at first? Purslane is a reminder that value is not always obvious, that sometimes the most powerful things are the quietest ones, the ones growing unnoticed right in front of you. And once you see it too, can't unsee it too. Start noticing more plants, more patterns, more connections. You begin to understand that nature is not random, it is precise, intentional. Everything has a purpose, and the more you pay attention, the more it reveals. This is how ancient knowledge worked. It wasn't written in books, it was observed, passed down through generations. People knew which plants healed, which ones nourished, which ones protected, and they didn't need labels, because they had awareness. That's what we lost, and that's what you're starting to regain right now by simply listening, by simply being curious, because curiosity is where knowledge begins and knowledge is where transformation happens. So, the next time you see a small plant growing where it shouldn't, bedn't, rushdn't, pull it out. Immediately look closer, ask yourself what, if this is something more, because sometimes the thing you're about to destroy is the thing you actually need, and that changes everything.